Spring is in the air, and that can only mean one thing: let's start sewing dresses. So my plans for the month of April are going to include some dresses, some floral cushions, a cute jacket, and I want to start my very first embroidery quilt sew along. So we've got something for everybody this week, so let's get started and make some plans together. Hi there, I'm Christine, the Gemini Stitcher, and welcome to my sewing space. This is Monday and it's where I talk about my makes and my plans. So let's talk about my makes first, or lack of. Yes, there's not been much sewing going on in my sewing space. Lots of plans though, but I have made one thing this week and it's not a garment. You can see it lurking in the background, so let's grab my little project that worked out really well this week. And it's this. How beautiful is this bag? To say I am chuffed to bits with it is an understatement. I'll just get up close so that you can see. It's been done on my embroidery machine, and it's the first time I've done, I think they call it fringing, for these little flowers that are all over the front. It's then got some reverse cut work in it, and I've used a buckle there, clasp, that's a flower that was in this month's bag maker's box. So it's all been done on my embroidery machine. Proud of my little self. It's my first in the hoop full project that's not just a quilted block. So it's got flowers embroidered in a quilt design on the front. I've used a cute flower zip on it. And yeah, just a plain inside and a plain back on it. I might have quite liked the quilting on the back, and if I do another one, I'll have a look at trying to do that. But there it is. It's the reverse applique floral clutch from Sweet Pea Designs, and if you want to have a go at this, I will pop the details in the link below. It's not a beginner project, obviously, but there are really detailed instructions, and I've never made a bag in the hoop before. I've never put a zip in, and I've never done this fringing. So there were quite a lot of things that I learned when I was making this. And this is going to be my bag for the evening at the gathering, which is a week Saturday. Can't wait. So that's the only thing that I've made this week. But as I said, I've made loads of plans for April, which might sneak into May as well, because, you know, I'm always over ambitious, aren't I? So let's have a look at what I think I'm going to make in April. The first thing that I want to make is this, and it's the Paradise dress that came in the subscription box I got for Christmas from So Different Patterns. Yes, I've still not made it. I'll just show you the line drawings on the back. So the front is like an A-line dress with inseam pockets and some cute French darts and a V-neck, and then the back gathers in to give it some shape, and it's got a cute button placket up the back as well. Now, you don't need to do your buttonholes for this. You can just sew the buttons on and pretend, because it just pulls on over the head, which is great. So how much fabric do you need for this gorgeous dress? You're going to need 2.75 meters for all sizes. It comes in a UK size 8 up to a 26. And the only other thing you're going to need is 4 buttons and a little bit of interfacing. Now I got the fabric for this, so just let me grab it and then you can see the fabric I'm going to be making this pattern in. You've probably seen it before. It is the Paradise Found fabric from So Different Patterns, and it's beautiful. It all came in the box, and I'm going to make that up in April. Now, if you don't know already, So Different Patterns are also bringing a spring/summer sewing box out, so watch this space because I will be revealing what's in that box very soon. The next thing that I want to do is in this box, and it is the MYOSOTIS dress that I bought as a kit from Guthrie and Garner before Christmas. But the fabric is a viscose challis, it's quite floaty, and I thought it was too lightweight for the winter, so I put it to one side to make for spring. So it comes with its own pattern, and I'll just grab it, and all the notions and everything are all in this box to make the MYOSOTIS dress. And I got the teal colourway, and this is the fabric that it's going to be made in. It is beautiful. It's lovely and floaty, and I can't wait to get that made up. So what do you need if you want to make the MYOSOTIS dress? To make the MYOSOTIS dress, you're going to need up to 2.6 or 3.8 meters of fabric, depending on which version you do, because there's version A and version B, one's short sleeved and one's long sleeved. It's got a detailed ruffle from the waist, and there is the option to add an extra ruffle on the bottom as well. Because this was a kit and I got it from Guthrie and Garner, there is a sew along hints and tips video for me to watch as well. And these kits are a great way to get back into sewing or to start sewing garments if you're a newbie and you're struggling, because they hold your hand all the way through the sewing process, which is absolutely brilliant. I've also taken 2 projects out of my projects bag drawer. Yes, I stack them up and they're getting out of hand again. So I'm doing 2 of the projects that are already cut out and ready to go. And the first one is going to be the Fringe dress, and it's in this. Now you may well have seen this before. I've brought this out to do numerous times, and I'm going to get it done this month. So what do you need to make the Fringe dress? So to make the Fringe dress, you're going to need 2.5 to 3.7 meters of fabric. Now this is a cute dress for the spring and indeed into the summer. It has little cap grow-on sleeves, a gathered waist, a little V at the front and a placket on the front as well. They recommend any light to medium weight woven fabric with good drape, and you're going to need the drape because of all the gathers at the waist. So what am I making mine in? Mine is being done in that beautiful mustard and black viscose fabric, so that's going to be nice and floaty. The second thing that I've pulled out of my drawer of shame, if you like, is the Freddy jacket from Bella Loves Patterns. So this has been going on for a little while. I've been wanting to make a Chanel style jacket for some time, and I bought some beautiful fabric when I was in Barcelona last year. Still never even cut into it, which is not like me at all when it's that yummy. So I decided on the Freddy jacket, and I wanted to make a toile first because it wasn't cheap fabric. So it's all cut out in its bag and it's been interfaced as well. And I'm doing it in this cream cotton weave Chanel style fabric in some beautiful cream shades. So what do you need to make the Freddy jacket? You need 1.6 to 1.8 meters of the main fabric, and then it is a lined jacket. So you're going to need 1.4 to 1.6 meters of lining as well. I think this is going to be a really good capsule jacket because it's in neutral tones. I can wear it with jeans, I can wear it, dress it up and wear it in the evening with a dress. It's going to be so versatile, so why I've not made it up, I have not got a flipping clue. But it's on my April plans for sure. And the last garment sewing thing that I'm going to be making or working on, should I say, in April, is my Fibre Mood magazine. I showed it you last week. This is the one that I bought. It's their latest magazine. I've started to trace the patterns out. Not the most fun thing in the world, and I've traced out, let's have a look. So I've got 2 of them traced out, and I chose 3 patterns from this magazine. If you want to know which ones I'm going to be working on, then pop back to last Monday's vlog when I talk about this in a lot more detail. So yeah, it's been a bit of a trauma. I don't like tracing out. But one of my lovely viewers gave me some advice last week and I've taken it on board. I was using my tracing paper, drawing round the individual pattern pieces to find them one at a time on each sheet, tracing round it. Then I had a seam circle and I was going round it again to get my seam allowance because there are no seam allowances on these, and then cutting the pattern piece out. So it's quite time consuming. The first one I did took me 2 hours to do. Obviously with experience that's going to speed up, but thank you to the lady who told me about, I'm going to call it reverse tracing. So what I'm going to do with the next one is use this, and it's some large sheets that are 83 centimetres by 57 centimetres of Embroidered tracing carbon paper. And the idea is you put the pattern from the Fibre Mood magazine on the top, put this underneath, and then have your tracing paper. And by the way, yes, I have got Swedish tracing paper now. Put that on the bottom and then trace it through, and it comes through onto your paper. And the other thing that she suggested was buying a tracing wheel that has an adjustable seam allowance wheel with it as well. I'll pop a little image of the one that I found here. And that's been ordered. I'm waiting for it to arrive. So the idea is going to save me even more time, as well as doing the reverse tracing. Use the tracing wheel with the 2 wheels on it and set it so that the second wheel is at my seam allowance. Trace it around, and I should get my 2 lines already on, so that's going to save quite a bit of time. As I said, the tracing wheel's not arrived yet, so when it does, I'll do a little demo probably next Monday and you can see how that's working out. So I have traced out 2 of the 3 patterns. It is time consuming. We'll see how we get on with the Embroidered carbon paper method, and I'll let you know next week whether that is worth investing in, if it's how much time it's actually saving me. So if that's not enough to be getting on with, I've also added in some embroidery projects, and these are going to be ongoing. It's not going to be all done in April, but I like to keep going with my embroidery. If you watched our Stitch Festival review last Monday, then you will know that I made 2 of these beautiful cushions for Steph for her housewarming, and I absolutely love them. So much so that I want to make some for in my garden room. I'm going to need at least 4 of them. So they're on my radar to just keep plodding my way through as I go, and we'll see how many of them I get made up in April. And the other embroidery project that I want to make a start on is the Sweet Pea Designs block of the month. And they are doing an absolutely stunning quilt. I'll pop a few images up of the quilt as I'm talking about it. You get 1 block every month. I think we're on block 3 and I've not even started it yet. So I want to try and catch up on that this month and get the first 3, maybe, I think there's 4 actually, because there's a bonus block as well. Oops. Oh, and some borders. So yeah, but I do want to make a start on doing that in April, and hopefully by the end of April I'll have caught up and be ready for the May block. It's obviously going to take a few months to actually finish the quilt, but it's something that I want to make for the garden room with all, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful with all the floral details in it, and I think it'll go well with the cushions that I'm making. So there we go. One last thing before I love you and leave you. I don't talk about subscribers. I try not to very much because you're not interested in how many subscribers I've got. That's a personal thing with me and my goals. And I just want to mention that I am 50 subscribers from that 4,000 subscriber mark, which is amazing. When I started this channel just over 2 years ago, I thought I'd be lucky if 10 people watched my vlogs, and now there's thousands of you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I always do a little giveaway when I hit a new milestone, and 4,000 is the next milestone. So we've got a special giveaway, and it's one of the Think Pink SEWCRIPTION boxes. It's not the latest one, it's one that I've had for a while and not touched. So if this is your thing, then what you need to do is comment on this vlog and I will put you in the draw. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because the draw won't take place until we hit that 4,000 mark, which fingers crossed won't be too long now. So what's in the box of goodies that you're going to get? I've not looked in this for a while myself, so let's have a see together. Oh, you've got a pack of self-cover buttons. Some seed balls for the garden, very nice. And some purpley blue Gutterman thread. And then this is the fabric. It's buttery soft. It's a beautiful bright blue with purples and a bit of peach and cream in it as well. So if these are your colourways, then get yourself, comment and get yourself in the draw when I get to 4,000 subscribers, which will hopefully be next Monday. Now, they always have sweet treats in those boxes, but I've probably obviously eaten them, so I will put some little treats in of my own as well, and one lucky viewer is going to get that Think Pink box sometime soon. Obviously, because of postage, it is for UK only, but I promise the next one that I do will be an international one. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got lots to get on with through April, haven't I? Wish me luck, because I might have bitten off more than I can chew this time. as I said, the embroidery is ongoing. So realistically, I've only got 4 garments, haven't I? I've got 3 dresses and a jacket to do. Oh, and carry on working my way through my Fibre Mood magazine. I might start cutting it out and I might get one of those garments done out of there during April. Let's see. Have an amazing sewing week, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like, and I will see you all on Thursday.